Cinema. Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead, and with me is...
Part of the Collector. What's up, everybody?
And this is the second episode of Month of McCarthy.
Month of McCarthy. We've had some really good titles of our last... We had the Pars Month of Terror, and now we have, Greg's Month of McCarthy.
I know we're going to have to come up with a Christmas special one, but...
we got a couple weeks. But
but we're doing Spy.
What?
Yeah.
I thought we were doing Bridesmaids.
Then why did you give me Spy?
I did not give you fucking Spy. You are a liar. You are a fucking liar. I did not give you Spy. Oh my God. Don't do this to me again. Oh my God. I'm gonna shit. Oh.
No, I'm totally joking. We're doing Bridesmaids.
Oh my God, that's fucking great. You got me 110% on that one.
I know. I was trying to not talk about the movie before the podcast to set that one up.
I was wondering. I was like, he's been pretty bland today. Like, okay. He's just kind of letting me go on about my bullshit.
Yeah, right. I just didn't want to talk about it. But
that's great, dude. Great way to open up the episode.
So yeah, Bridesmaids.
Yeah, 2011.
Yes.
And this one has McCarthy in it, but she is not the main character.
Well, the thing is this is the one that kind of gave Melissa McCarthy her...
Yeah, she started getting some shine.
Because she, most of her lines in this movie are just ad-libs.
Mm.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. And that's what got her so successful, is everyone knows.
A lot of physical comedy in this one for her.
That too, yeah. But,
she also was on Mike and Molly, and that started picking up too.
Yeah. Well, I know back in the day, Gilmore Girls, she was pretty popular on that.
Oh, I never watched Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
But I did like Mike and Molly. That was all right.
I didn't watch that, so.
It's a big guy.
No, I know of it. I just never watched it.
Well, because you're not a big fan of hers, but hopefully this movie and the other two are starting to change that.
So this has a stacked cast of female comedians. Kristen Wiig.
At 2011 though, some of these chicks weren't at their height though. This movie did a lot for a lot of people's careers. I feel like.
Yeah.
Kristen Wiig started getting leading roles.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Maya Rudolph are great on SNL.
Yeah.
I don't know if you like SNL. I like SNL. Some of it, not all of it, but they have had good people come from that show for a long time.
Agree.
Some of the titans of comedy have come from SNL.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially the earlier days.
I was gonna say the golden age is I
was gonna say Chevy Chase and Bill Murray and all them.
Right. So I have a lot of notes on Bridesmaids. Let me pull that up so we can get into this. Some
of these scenes are fucking hilarious, and I still fucking fell out of my chair laughing like it was that good.
Well, we were talking about, women need to do their own. They don't need to do their own, but it's it would be more beneficial if they did their own thing, and this speaks exactly on what we were talking about, because women have their own experiences in life that that men can't relate to, and this movie is exactly like that. This is a bunch of stuff that women go through that I wouldn't even think about.
See, when people talk about chick flicks and stuff, you could consider this a chick flick, but at the same time I don't, because I feel like comedy doesn't matter.
Yeah,
comedy doesn't have to be put in any kind of box. It's either funny or it's not. But I like movies like this, like you said, that women have their alternate take on things. And people say this is the chick hangover, but I don't agree with that. I think this is its own, it's...
what's funny is this didn't even feel like an ensemble movie. It more so felt like Kristen Wiig's movie,
Yeah.
Because it mostly focused on her. And
she
all
fucking knocked it out of the
through.
park in this one. If we were doing Kristen Wiig month, this would have been one of the last ones I gave you.
Yeah.
Because she kills it in this. Her and Maya Rudolph both.
Yeah. So the whole thing is
Maya Rudolph's her best friend.
Right.
She's getting married. They grew up together. Her character's Annie.
Mm-hmm.
And now Maya, her husband to be, his best friend has a wife, and her and Maya Rudolph's character, that's gonna irritate me. I gotta remember her name.
Who's that?
Maya Rudolph's character, Lily. Okay.
Yeah.
So Lily is made friends with Helen,
right,
who is her, like I said, her fiance's husband's best friend or business partner, something like that.
Yeah.
So they've gotten close, and a big part of the movie that makes it funny is Annie and Helen going at it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're both kind of because Annie's the maid of honor, but Helen's kind of stole all the shit that normally a maid of honor would do.
Right.
she set up the parties and the bachelorette party and all this stuff. And Annie's broke as shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's like one of her little side plots is like she's struggling financially. It's actually a funny little part is her roommate is Rebel Wilson.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
And her twin brother.
Dude, it took me forever to figure out who that guy was. I'm like, why is he so familiar?
Yeah, Matt Lucas. He is creepy as shit.
Right.
Yeah, like just unsettling.
He was the little fat Tweedledee and Tweedledum from the
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland.
Of course he's in a Tim Burton movie. You look at this fucking guy, like, yeah, you're in a Tim Burton movie.
It just took me forever. It was like near the end of the movie, I finally like pinned it.
Also, before I forget, I want to say Chris O'Dowd did a great job in this movie. I saw him and I loved him in This Is 40. But he's good in this one too, playing the cop. I like that. Her love interest.
Yeah, actually, I think I had a note that I actually did enjoy the cop love scene, love interest rather.
I feel like that's where a lot of rom-coms lose people is like they're either too much involved in the love aspect of it or they're just trying to get cheap laughs out of people. But I felt like this one did a good job of putting very funny shit in it.
And it did feel like a real blossoming of a relationship, you know what I mean?
Like this woman's life is complete chaos. Of course she would find the guy she's supposed to be with, during all this. Also, a big shout out to John Hamm.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I love John Hamm's comedy. Like whenever he does little guest spots on shit, I think he does a great job. I think he should do more comedy, honestly.
Yes. Fun fact, he didn't want to be credited in this movie because he didn't want anybody to think it was a serious movie. So he's not credited in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He plays like I'll tell you, I've never seen Mad Men, but watching him in this movie because
you've never seen Mad Men?
No,
Mad Men is amazing.
Yeah, see, I was
fucking incredible.
I was going to ask you if you'd seen it.
I love it.
Everybody said that he's the best part of that show.
Yes,
and like I said, I figured if I was going to get into John Hamm, that's where you got to start.
Yes, 100%.
But
everyone's great in that show, though. There is not a wasted body on that show.
But I just want to say, if there was a Hall of Fame for playing a womanizing motherfucker, he's got to be in it. As far as that and this. So that's what everybody kept saying. Bro, he's not even acting. That's just Mad Men. He's just putting a little funny spin on it.
Right. But I did like him in this movie. He did a really good job.
Well, the opening scene, because I'm sure all women do this. They wake up first at some dude's house and they
get
want
ready.
Yeah, they just want to look perfect
when they first wake up. Yeah.
This dude, and he just wakes up with the morning breath and breathes that shit right in her face, and he's just being a straight, complete dick. I'm sure most women could be yeah, I had that guy before.
Yeah. She was with her friend
Lily.
They were out eating breakfast or whatever. She's like, why do you deal with that guy? She's like, he's so hot.
Yeah.
I think that's on both ends, guys too. It's God, we date this bitch of a woman, but she's so hot. It's
yeah, it's good looks just make up for a shitty personality.
Yeah, right.
But
it doesn't go the other way. Good personality can't make up for good looks.
No, I really can't. Good personality doesn't get you far in life.
No, it doesn't.
Wish it did. But anyways, so that's when they're saying I got engaged and I want you to be my maid of honor.
So they have an engagement party, and after this is the third time, I think this is the third or fourth time I've tried watching this movie, and I turn it off at the exact same time.
Really?
Every time. And it's the congratulations speech.
Oh, that's
when they go back and forth. I turn it off because it goes on for too long, and I don't find it funny.
It starts off, I feel but it is one of those. It's one of the few jokes in the movie I feel that goes a bit.
It does go on a little too long.
Yeah, exactly.
If they cut out a couple of those, it would be okay. But I turn it off because I'm I don't care, and I really had to muscle through. I'm I need to watch this for the podcast. I can't turn it off this time.
But once you get through it, I feel it gets better.
Yeah.
Just even the little shit when she gets handed the water, she's like, God damn, that's good water. It's got some avocado and shit in it.
Yeah.
Cucumber slice. And she's like, oh, fancy ass fucking water. She takes a drink. She's like, God damn, that's good. It's in a champagne glass with all the shit hanging out of it.
Right. Fun fact, whenever they were doing their congratulations speech, Helen speaks another language. Was it Thai or something like that?
Yeah, it's so fucking crazy.
So they were running through the script and she was speaking some random, not a real language. She was just saying random shit. So they had her learn like cues from another language. So she's not speaking another language, but she has those like phonetic cues. I thought it was pretty funny. So that's where that comes from.
Oh, that's right. Rose Byrne, I love her, and it's funny because when you said Spy, I took me back because she's great in that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love her and Annie's back and forth through the movie because it doesn't just play and it plays into literally anything they do.
Well, that's kind of the whole movie. It's the the old best friend versus the new best friend fighting over, who's more important in this one person's life. I've been like, in my notes, I start just writing random things. I have to like think back on what the fuck I was even talking about.
Right.
But I'm like, what's with the tennis? Because now we're second movie into Melissa McCarthy and they're playing tennis again. And I'm just like, is this going to be like a running Melissa McCarthy thing that there's tennis in every movie?
I'm trying to think if there's a tennis scene in any of the other ones I gave you.
Because their friend makes them play tennis to like bond, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So there's that tennis scene. Nothing really happens. It's not really that funny.
Oh,
although I do love her that other lady. I forgot.
I'm trying to think. The one from Reno 911. I was just about to say.
Her kids are fucking hilarious. These are my kids, step kids.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Oh yeah, Wendy McLendon. She's funny.
Yeah,
she plays Rita.
Mm-hmm.
I have teenage boys. The other day, I went in there to clean their room. I snapped a towel in half like a board. There's cum everywhere, or jizz, or some shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. Oh, I just want to touch back on the roommates, the Rebel Wilson and the brother.
Oh my God.
The first scene is like, do you have the rent? Do you have it so I could pay the rent? And like, she's like trying to say like, yeah, I'm gonna get it, and he's like, yeah, but you don't have it, and we send it off on this day. And then she's like, look, I got a tattoo, and that shit is terribly infected.
What is it? It's a Mexican worm, tequila worm, or something like that.
It was free.
It's infected.
You need to go. A guy said, do you want to get a free tattoo in my van? And you just thought, yeah, I just got hopping right in. He's like, of course, it's free.
You need to go put some frozen peas on that.
And she opens up the bag and just pours it on. It does feel better.
I love Rebel Wilson. I think she's fucking hilarious.
She's great in the Pitch Perfect movies.
Yes.
I love her in those.
She lost all that weight.
Yeah, I know.
She's like skinny now.
I hate to say it, man, but I liked her better big.
I know, it's sad. It's travesty.
You know who did lose a bunch of weight and looks good? Adele.
Oh yeah, she looks
I
amazing.
loved her big too, but she still looks banging.
She's a fucking gorgeous woman, and she has one of the most beautiful voices ever.
I would say, man, like her and Celine, they're like fighting for like the best voice ever. Also, honorable mention would be like Amy Lee from Evanescence. No. I think she has a beautiful voice.
She's overrated.
God, bro, hate, dude.
I don't give a fuck. I think she's overrated.
Well, Amy, if you hear this, I still love you. Put Evanescence back together. If they do a Daredevil movie, y'all got to do the theme.
No, one of my favorite singers is Tarja. She was from Nightwish. Fucking incredible voice. One of the best voices I've ever heard in my life.
I'm not going to pretend to know who the fuck that is.
I know.
But I'll take your word for it.
Whoever is listening knows who Nightwish is, knows who Tarja is. And
Tarja. Anyway, so I guess after the engagement is like when they go for like the bridal brunch or something. And
right, she takes her to
they're shopping for dresses. That's what it is.
Well, before that, she does take them out to eat.
Yeah, and like I said, Annie's balling on a budget, so she does this like cheap Brazilian restaurant,
right,
where they serve like a bunch of fucking meat and stuff.
I'm glad you said this because it's my next note. Whenever they go and eat, they have their nice time, and then they go shopping for dresses.
And everybody but Helen, of course, ate the meat, and it was like, "Oh my god, this place is so great! How did I not know about it?" And like, it's so cheap, and of course, Annie is looking like a superstar because she just wants to make Helen look like a bitch, you know?
Right.
And so everybody eats, and everything's good. They get to the dress shop.
They all have on their different bridesmaids dresses to pick out which one they want. And this is where I wrote, I hate that this is the first time I laughed in this movie. It's this moment.
That's only the first time you didn't laugh at the opening scene with her and John Hamm?
No, it wasn't funny.
I thought it was funny.
Meh.
Some of it.
This is the first like legit laugh that whenever it was actually Melissa McCarthy. Whenever she kept, I actually busted out laughing because I could imagine
she's
that.
shitting in the sink. Oh my god, that is too fucking good. They're all in these big foofy dresses.
Yes,
and they're just fucking letting it go.
Nick, I busted out laughing.
I was gonna say, if this is the first time you laughed, this definitely had to have made up for some of it because like it is fucking gold.
Whenever what's her name?
Lilia.
Yeah. Whenever she is in that big poopy dress,
she shits in the street.
She is trying to get across the street, and she's like, "Nope, it's happening." And she shits in the middle of the street. I busted out laughing, and it's because I think we've all been there.
Where it's just like I'm either shitting out here or I'm shitting on myself.
I was gonna say, do you have any shit stories that you've experienced like that?
I've had some where I've been very close.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
one day, I don't remember what I ate. Oh, I know what it was. So funny story.
It's usually Taco Bell.
Right? Me and a good friend of mine were gonna drive out to Orlando and go to Bahama Breeze, and it was a 90-minute wait. And we're like, and it was on Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, we're not fucking waiting 90 minutes for Bahama Breeze. So we end up just going to fucking Burger King out over in Orlando for whatever reason. And I get a fried chicken sandwich for whatever reason because I don't have a gallbladder and certain things affect me differently.
Spicy shit.
It's a roll of the dice with my body when I eat certain things, and fried chicken is one of them. So we're in Orlando. Eat my fried chicken sandwich, and I'm like, oh, let me just take you home. So we drive all the way back over here. But the thing is, I live in PC at the time.
Right.
She lives in Lakeland. So I drop her off at her house in Lakeland, and I have to drive back to my house in Plant City, and I have bubble guts the
Why
whole
did you
fucking
use her bathroom,
time.
Bro?
No, I didn't have to. Well, I don't think I had to. I don't think it was there
Obviously,
yet.
yeah, you couldn't.
So I was like on my way home, and I'm like, oh shit. And it was like late at night. It was like 11, 12. And I was literally on my street. And I didn't know if I was going to make it. I literally pulled over. I'm like, I'm just going to shit on the side of the street. This is just going to happen. Because I'm not shitting in my car by accident.
Did you?
No. I ended up holding it because I'm like, I'm not shitting on the street. So I like clenched up real tight. Ended up making it home. And that was good.
My buddy, who will remain nameless for his, he's got kids and shit now. But like, he said he was riding home on the interstate, and he had to shit so bad. He's like, dude, there was no options. There was no to the next exit.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he had a Walmart bag, so he just slid up in the seat and put the Walmart bag up to his ass, kind of like
Yeah.
And just kind of let it was shitting in a bag, driving 70 down whatever interstate, and he hit a toll, and it wasn't a toll that you just like put the money in. Like there was somebody at the window taking the money. So as you can imagine, I pull up, ass completely out, shitting in a Walmart bag. It had to hand this guy $1.50.
I feel like he could have pulled over, finished his business, and then went to the toll.
He said it before he, I don't know.
I guess there was no pullover lane, probably. Because I know there's parts of
right
the interstate where you can't pull over, which is fucking nuts.
Well, he said he was so far over, like, in the left side, like, it was just impossible to do while he was doing what he was doing.
That's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, he said that's, like, top 5 most embarrassing shit that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
He said literally. And, yeah, he said he just drove down the road and tossed it out the window like a slingshot, I said, that's disgusting, bro.
That is disgusting.
He's like, yeah, tell me about it. I had to wipe my ass with a napkin from McDonald's or something like that. And I was just like, well, at least you had that in there.
Yeah.
You didn't have to use like a ticket or
just shit.
Your registration. Proof of insurance.
I love how you tell other people's fucking shit story instead of your own embarrassing shit story.
Well, I take a lot of pride in the fact that I haven't ever shit my pants as an adult. So if I was going to tell
Some of us aren't so lucky.
If I was going to tell you a story about me shitting myself, I would be a child, and nobody cares about that.
I take offense to that.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I just feel like there's an age in life where you're too old to either shit/piss on yourself. Now, if you have a medical condition, something like that, then that's understandable. But like, if you're just getting fucked up, like wasted, I know people that get so drunk they just piss on themselves. Like, how are you so drunk you don't know where your dick is? Like, that's some Bert Kreischer shit right there. But you're not hanging out with the Russian mob. You're just on your back porch,
right?
But anyways,
I don't want to spend a whole podcast talking about shitting.
I was about to say, dude, we totally derailed. If you want to trim some of that back, but anyway, so yeah, they shit all over the bathroom, in the sink, in trash cans. It's hilarious.
On the street.
She shits on the street, and she tells Annie afterwards, because they're like getting cleaned up or whatever. Oh, and Annie's trying to hold out so bad, and Helen starts fucking with her.
Oh, she's like, "Oh, you look sick." She's like, "I'm just
Are you
hungry."
sure it's not that gray lamb you had? Didn't look very cooked. And she's just green and like sweating, and the whole bit is hilarious. Like,
it was a funny bit. It made me laugh.
I still couldn't breathe like watching it. It was great. And that's why I said Melissa McCarthy's, a lot of her laughs in this movie are physical comedy, because the look on her face as she's letting that shit, you know, that sink was fucked forever.
Yeah, she went into explaining what it was. I don't remember what it was, but she said it was fucking disgusting shooting that scene. She's like, I knew it wasn't real shit, but it was still nasty.
Right. Yeah, because I think she's got like boots on and shit too.
Yeah.
Because she's like a very tomboyish.
Well, fun fact is she modeled her character after Guy Fieri.
Oh, yeah, because she wears a lot of Hawaiian shirts in this movie. That's hilarious, too. She doesn't really touch on it either. It's mandals. She's got mandals on for a lot. She looks like a fucking dad. Like, pretty much like a dad at a barbecue.
Like, no offense to any truck drivers, but if you picture a female truck driver, that's kind of what Melissa McCarthy makes me think of.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Or just like a dad at a barbecue.
Yeah.
Like, so anyways, after that, she pretty much tells Annie, like, I love you, but I'm going to let Helen take over on the planning because you're going to kill everybody.
Right.
Trying to save money. And they're trying to get it to where they don't have to go. Annie's trying to make it to where it's a cheap everything. And Helen
because she's broke as fuck.
Right.
And can I just like touch on that? Because I've had this happen a couple times, not to me, but people I've heard of, is people were having these like extravagant weddings, and I guess they had to buy their own bridesmaid's dress. And this girl, the one that has money, is trying to buy these like $800 dresses, and it's like, not everyone has $800 to drop on a random dress. Like, I get it, you're having a wedding and this is your big day, but you know, some of us got a budget.
Right.
But I've heard of that before, like people having these extravagant like weddings and stuff, and you have to like pay your own way. It's like, fuck all that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Only thing I asked at my wedding was like, just dress nice and be there.
Right. No jeans?
No. I don't think so.
Well, I didn't know you when you got married.
No, this is before we met.
I probably wouldn't have got invited anyways, but
probably not.
These are classy people. I would never let you around these people.
It's okay. It was full of mosquitoes. It was a miserable time for most people. We didn't plan for the mosquitoes.
Would you have it at fucking night?
No, but it was like later in the day, and it's like right beside a lake.
Ah, yeah.
So it was just really bad timing. It was in February. Yeah.
It should have been cooler.
It should have been cooler, but mosquitoes were running rampant that day.
/ Florida. You can't predict shit.
Right. / Florida, definitely.
So anyways, they end up having to go to Vegas for the bachelorette party, and Annie has to like, I don't know, I even remember.
Well, before that, this is when she meets the cop.
Right.
He pulls her over because she's driving crazy because she's mad about the bridesmaid thing about being.
Oh yeah.
And he pulls her over because she doesn't have any taillights and she's driving crazy, and yeah. So this is when they first meet up. So I had to touch on that.
She's kind of a dick to him.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, for some reason he just kind of likes her.
Yeah.
And gives her a break, you know.
Yeah. Fun fact, he was actually supposed to have an American accent in this movie. But she said she liked his accent so much that she wanted to keep it in the movie. So.
He's like Scottish or something. Irish something.
I thought Irish.
Yeah, I forget.
Very Irish.
But he's great.
Oh, he's great. Movie. I actually really liked him in this movie.
Because like you tell right away, like he kind of likes her a little bit, and but she's got all this other shit going on. So at first, she doesn't really want anything to do with him. But she has a bakery that's went out of business, and that's why she's all screwed up because she put everything into her business.
Right.
But to be like sweet, she put like all this effort into like these little cupcakes for Lily and all that, and like it just got crushed by like Helen's money. Because like that's pretty much what it is she's relying on like their relationship from when they were kids. Like,
yeah, she's the nostalgia old friend that we grew up together, and
Helen's like the new exciting, like, I'm just gonna throw money at you.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
If you want to just go somewhere, bitch, we can do that. Like that's the kind of friend Helen is, which those are good friends too. Not hating on them by any means, but they do a good job of making Helen the nemesis for the most part.
Yeah.
And then later on in the movie, they kind of team up to get it done because Annie kind of fucks it up.
Well, after the cop scene that they do decide to go to Vegas for a bachelorette party.
And I love that scene on the plane between McCarthy and her future husband. I love that shit.
So
she's like, look at my leg.
I hate that you brought that up. So whenever Melissa McCarthy is sitting beside this guy, I looked at him and I was like, that dude looks like he's into fat chicks. Like,
that's terrible, bro. That's terrible, bro.
And then I found out later that him and Melissa McCarthy are actually married. And I was like, well, it makes sense now.
Yeah, he directed The Boss.
Yeah.
He's in all of her movies.
Yeah. I didn't know what he looked like. I didn't know that was him until like after the movie. I was like, oh, yeah.
I think they're a cute couple. Like, they look like they're...
I didn't say there was anything wrong with it. I was just...
He looks like he's into fat chicks. Oh, my God. We're going to get that on a shirt for you.
But yeah, she has this like ongoing joke where she's like, I know what you are. You're an air marshal. Where do you keep your gun?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. I'm
not an air marshal. I'm just a guy on a plane. Leave me alone, you know? And she starts hitting on him. It's so fucking funny.
It is.
Because he acts like he's not interested at all, but like, I guess like if he was an air marshal, you're supposed to like focus on the job. So I guess like she's fucking with him because she's super smart in the movie. She's like a nuclear scientist or some shit because she knows where all these like nuclear silos are.
Yeah.
She
works for the government.
Yeah, and she's fucking with Annie, and she's at one part in the movie. It's kind of like what gives her the like buck up moment in the movie.
Yeah.
She's feeling bad for herself. She's like, people made fun of me every day in school. So you know what I did? I became a bookworm and I studied and I became smarter than all those assholes. And now I know where all the nuclear weapons in the Eastern Hemisphere are or some shit like that.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not supposed to tell you where they are because it's top secret. A lot of shopping malls. It's a great scene.
That's an ad-lib scene too.
Yeah.
Ad-lib. But yeah, she keeps fucking with. She's like, where do you keep your gun at? She's like, do you have it in your asshole? He's like, that doesn't make any sense because if you needed your gun, how are you going to get it out of your asshole?
Look at her shit it out.
Yeah. She's like, you could cut a hole in your back pocket and then you have quick access to it. He's like, nobody's cutting a hole in their back pocket to get a gun out of their asshole. That was pretty funny. I enjoyed that little scene because she like won't let that shit go. And he's like, you can't even fit a gun up your asshole. She's like, I can fit this nano up my asshole easily. Do you want me to show you?
That is great.
Yeah.
Well, I think Annie gets fucked up, right?
So yeah, Annie, she's poor, so she has to ride in coach, and they're all in first class.
Right.
So she's really jealous, and she keeps like making her way up to first class. And Helen gives her a pill, like, take this, you'll calm down. And she's like, I don't know what's going on. The pill's not working, whatever. She's like, you should drink with it, which is a bad idea for any pill.
It literally says on every pill you've ever taken, don't drink alcohol
while taking. So that like fucks her up and she starts acting like a crazy person. I did laugh at the one part is
because he pulls out, he is an air marshal. It's fucking great. She's like, I fucking knew it.
Well, I was going to say the stewardess in first class keeps making her go back.
Ma'am.
She like sneaks back up into first class with glasses and sits down. And he's like, ma'am. She's like, it's not me.
It's Kristen Wiig at her best. Right?
Yeah, this was all improvised too. I thought it was pretty funny. That made me laugh.
I was just about to say, because her and Maya Rudolph and all them, like, they do have backgrounds and skits and shit. Like,
Right.
I'm sure a lot of this was just them fucking around.
It is a lot of
see what we get. Like a Will Ferrell movie almost.
You know, this is a Judd Apatow movie. Like, I think he executively produced it.
That makes sense.
So what he did is he made them do these scenes and stuff together before they shot a single thing to give chemistry between the characters and the people working
play with it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So
that was good. That we can leave out. Yeah.
Right. So they gave him a lot of freedom in the movie. They would do one serious take and then they would do another take where they could just do whatever they wanted to do.
Honestly, that's cool.
Yeah.
And you can always edit that shit together.
Exactly.
That's great. But yeah, so he pulls out and he's like, fucking United States Air Marshal. McCarthy's like, I fucking knew it.
In my notes, I was like, called the air marshal. I'm like, he actually is the air marshal. And then I'm like, ... It's her husband and he looks like he's in infections.
Were you drinking while you were watching this?
No, I wasn't. I should have been.
I should have been. Okay.
So, I didn't understand this part. They didn't do a good job explaining it. They get kicked off the plane because she's acting crazy. They're taking a bus to Las Vegas, but she gets sent home.
Yeah.
So they made her go home instead of going to Las Vegas with them.
I think so.
Because she keeps fucking everything up.
Yeah.
Is that what happens?
I think it's that, or
it was a really weird cut because they're on the plane, then they're on a bus. I get that. You got kicked off the plane. You're having to take the bus. But the next thing you know, she's back at work the next day.
I think something like she told Lily, like, I just can't get it right or something like that. Or she can't afford it. Whatever. She's like, I can't afford the big dress, the big this, and that. I think that's what she tells Lily, like, just let Helen handle it and I'll be at the wedding or whatever.
Yeah.
That's when she's like, starts feeling down on herself.
Right.
And, because I think she gets put on a no-fly list.
Probably. I don't see why
she's acting crazy and the air marshal had to stop her and all that good shit.
Yeah. So
I think that's what that was.
Physical comedy. Melissa McCarthy tackles the fuck out of her.
Oh, that was so pretty funny. Fucking good.
So yeah, anyway, she's back at work and she's arguing with this little girl.
Yeah.
The girl's like, I want to get a best friend's ring. And she's like, why forever? She's like, because we're going to be best friends forever. No, you won't. A couple years at best.
Yeah,
and then they just start going at each other. And I wrote in my notes, you're a little cunt. That shit made me laugh.
Her mom's funny too.
You know she died before this movie got released?
Really?
Yeah, they cut out a lot of her scenes to like preserve her memory.
Oh.
Yeah, she shot her scenes, passed away before the movie actually got released. It was really sad because she was great. I loved her in this movie.
That is fucking sad.
Yeah.
Because they got a couple good scenes.
They did.
Because the mom's supportive, but at the same time, she's like, trying to get her to move on with her life, you know?
They left a couple good lines in there for her.
Right.
She's like, I think she went after him. Beaver first.
And a couple scenes with the cop puts into their relationship.
Yeah, like the Uggo carrot.
And then
I thought that was a cute moment. Like that really felt like a real. That feels like a date that anybody could be on.
Right.
Just get some shit at the convenience store, hang out on your car. I mean, it was in Grandma's Boy too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like they have. I like the little scene where he's letting her.
Oh yeah, the speed trap.
The speed trap, and she's like, "Oh, 50." He's like, "It's 5 minutes. People are going to work."
Yeah,
that's the kind of cop I want. You know what I mean?
Right.
5 miles over this early in the morning. He's like, "There's no traffic." He's like, "People are just getting to work."
Yeah.
But then the dude hit like 20 over, and she's like, looks at him. He's like, "Let's go get him."
Yeah.
Like, and that's a cute scene.
Yeah,
I liked.
I enjoyed that.
Which makes so much more because like she starts getting so down on herself about the wedding and everything else.
Well, they kind of at this part in the movie is where they lose touch. They don't even talk really until they're having another party. I don't know what
it's
this
like
one
the
is.
engagement, or it's like the rehearsal dinner or some shit.
I don't know, but there's too many fucking. I didn't have this many parties when I got married. It was the one. Like
right.
You come to the wedding and that's it. But engagement party, pre-wedding party. I don't know.
I also love when her dad goes to give a speech at everyone, and he's like, "I don't understand why it costs so much money to get married," and everybody starts laughing. He's like, why y'all laughing? I'm serious. Why does it cost so much damn money for y'all to get married? He's like, you just need 2 people and a priest.
Yeah. No, really, it's not a joke.
I just love that because I forget who plays the dad, but I know him too. I've seen him in other stuff.
Oh, I forgot. Like, the part is way back earlier in the movie. Whenever Melissa McCarthy was talking about falling off the boat and talking to dolphins, that whole scene was like ad lib.
Oh yeah.
And then the scene whenever she's talking about the tall black guy, I'm gonna climb that like a tree.
Yeah,
100% ad lib. So that was funny.
In The Heat, she's got some great lines, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
I love The Heat almost as much as I love Identity Thief.
Yeah.
Because her and Sandra Bullock have really good chemistry too. I was really surprised they haven't ever done a sequel to that one because there was potential there for like the buddy cop thing.
I see.
But yeah. Anyways.
But yeah, I made another note. This is when they're doing at that party, the pre-marriage party, whatever it is. I don't know what it's called. But I'm like, I get growing apart from your friends because that's what's happening is her friend is living this lavish new lifestyle and she's broke, so she can't keep up with her.
Right.
And so they're kind of growing apart a little bit. I'm like, but that doesn't mean you get to be a cunt about the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, just because you're growing apart with your friend doesn't mean you get to throw a temper tantrum because that's what happens at the party is she like breaks the cookie and causing a scene. It's like...
Well,
it's
I mean,
so unnecessary.
I think, and that's why her and Helen end up making up in the movie because I think Helen was like, I didn't make this shit easy for you at all.
Yeah.
Clearly, you've got other shit going on.
Well, the thing is, Helen wants what they have.
Right.
Is that
closeness?
Closeness, yes. So she tries to make up for it with money and lavish things, but she'll never have what they have. So they're both battling for different parts.
But she's got a good little part where she talks about like how like that's all she has is the money and the lifestyle because she's not a real person type shit. Like,
right.
And she's like, I would like to be your friend too, or whatever. And they like end up helping each other.
Yeah, because what's her name goes missing. So and the cop is mad at her because she was mean to him.
Oh, because it's a great scene because like her car breaks down and instead of calling the cop, she calls John Hamm to come get her, and then the cop ends up riding up on him, and she's like, because he thought like because they were hanging out that she was gonna ask him to be her date to the wedding.
Yes,
but she ended up bringing John Hamm because it's John Hamm,
right?
And he ends up just being the most misogynistic shithead ever. And he's like, "You're not going to be my third booty call order or some shit like that." Or
no, you're no longer number 3. But what happens is it's an ongoing joke with her and the cop. Is he's like, "You need to get your taillights fixed."
Right.
There's a porcupine in the road, and she has to slam on her brakes, and the car behind her rear ends her, but then drives off. He's like, "You know why this happened?" And she's like, "Because Helen's a cunt." He's like, "No, it's because you didn't get your taillights fixed."
You still haven't cut the taillights fixed. He like starts yelling at her.
Right.
Because like, he's the nice guy up to that whole point. He's kind of made excuses for her because he likes her and everything. But that's like one of my favorite lines. He's like, "This is the fucking guy."
He drives up in a Porsche.
Yeah, he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? This is the fucking guy." And he like burns out on her and shit. Like, yeah, it's that's like the last time we see John Hamm. But
yeah, because she sees him for what a misogynistic pig he is. So,
but she's fucked up with the cop.
Yep.
And so she tries to be a good friend because Melissa McCarthy tells her like, "Yeah, you're just throwing yourself a good old fashioned fucking pity party, like, and that's your problem is you think the world gives a shit."
Yeah.
And then she has that good little bit. It's actually like her only dialogue, big dialogue in the movie, talking about, how she was a nerd and now she does all that. But so Annie like finds a way to like save the day, and they get Wilson Phillips because there's like a thing about they love Wilson Phillips. So they perform at the wedding. And I love that line because Melissa McCarthy walks up to Kristen Wiig and she's like, "I put a gun in Lily's her brother."
Oh, right.
Because the groom is her brother. He's like, I put a gun in John's handbag. T.A. is gonna beat the shit out of him. It's fucking great, and it's good because you get to see Wilson Phillips belt out that hit. I love that part.
I fast forwarded through the music. I didn't have to hear the whole song.
What?
I fast forwarded.
You don't love that song, bro?
No,
I'm going to buy you that album.
No, fuck off.
It's fucking, I think it's Diamond. I think it sold 10 million albums.
I don't care. I'm not one of them.
Good. You know what CD I bought today, bro?
What'd you buy?
I bought fucking Big Willie Style from Will Smith because it's one of the greatest albums ever made, dude.
Yeah.
He won Grammys for that shit. It's got the Men in Black song to finish it up, which puts it in the Hall of Fame. Big Willie Style, getting jiggy with it, man.
I just remember line dancing to that stupid shit back in high school or middle school or something.
I loved that album, man. That's like one of the first CDs I ever got as a kid.
I don't know. Did you hear his like earlier stuff when he was like,
oh yeah,
rapping?
The Fresh Prince.
Oh,
yeah,
it's so
like,
good.
Yeah, I love Summertime and shit like that.
Yeah.
And but like I don't know, like that was like his big album when I was a kid. He's got Miami on there.
God, Miami.
With the one with him and his son, just the two of us. Like it brought back some nostalgia.
Oh, it's 100% nostalgia. Yeah,
I got it for 50 cents. But yeah, some good shit out of the flea market today.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So yeah, but they did have that one ending scene with Melissa McCarthy and her husband playing like food, sex, whatever.
Oh yeah.
She's like, "Do you like the sandwich?" It was weird.
Well, I love at the wedding that like that's his date. That's her date to the wedding.
Yeah,
is him, and he's like sitting there with the dogs because she has like a thing for dogs too. I think she's got like 4 dogs or something.
Well, the thing is, one of the party gifts at one of the parties, they were giving away puppies.
Oh, that's right.
But Melissa McCarthy stole 9 of them.
Yeah.
And during her little speech, she brings all 9 dogs over. She's like, I think I overestimated. Like, I think I can only really take care of 6 dogs. 9 is a little too much for me. So yeah, it's ever since then, there's an ongoing joke about the fucking puppies.
Yeah, that's right. I love that. She's like, I took 9. So, what do you give it? What do you give it?
I actually wrote in my notes, Melissa McCarthy is better when she's in small doses and toned down. I think this is like the perfect amount of Melissa McCarthy for me where I'm not, annoyed.
Well, so of course, out of the boss of this, you've liked this better.
Yeah.
But what do you give it for a grade? Like, what do you rate it?
Is it like a Melissa McCarthy grade, or is it a grade on like the movie itself?
Give me both. Give me both. One, give me the McCarthy grade because it is the month of McCarthy, so I need that first.
As a Melissa McCarthy movie, I give it a slightly recommended. Like, she didn't bring a whole lot to the table. I know she did a lot of ad lib, so if you go into this movie knowing like a lot of her lines are ad libbed, it's pretty funny. But it didn't like. It doesn't make me want to watch her movies,
I feel like she's the Zach Galifianakis of this movie. Like, I think she has some of the better, funnier parts.
Yeah, if you have this much of her in a lot of other movies, I could tolerate it.
Well, I feel like the next one I gave you, it's like the next step up in dosage because her and Sandy share it in this next one. And I'm going to go ahead and toss it out there for you, bro. Bill Burr is in this movie for 5 minutes.
Oh, is he?
And it is fucking gold.
Bill Burr is gold.
There's even a fucking new kid on the block in the movie, and he's fucking gold.
Oh, yeah.
Let's put it this way. Melissa McCarthy's family, the scene that they're in, it's one of my favorite scenes of all movies. Like, I'll fight somebody if they tell me that shit ain't funny. But anyways. That's next week.
But as a Bridesmaids movie, I highly recommend this for women in general, because this wasn't made for me as a man. This was made for women, and
I'm a man and I fucking enjoy it.
You found it funny, but I'm saying like, yes, I recommend it as like it's pretty funny, but I highly recommend it to women because like we were talking on the last episode about women needing their own movies. This is right up there. This is right up women's alleys. So.
I got you.
I think women need more of these movies like geared towards them.
Yeah. I guess this one at 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it, man. I remember when I first saw it, I didn't see it at first because I was just like everybody else. I was like, oh, it's like Female Hangover. I'm good.
Right.
And me and the wife watched it one night. Probably we got it out of a Redbox.
Yep. Because you gave me the Redbox case.
Yep. And I thought it was hilarious. Like we watched it, we had a great time watching it, and it's always been one that I've enjoyed.
No, Ours is Pitch Perfect because we bought it because people were talking about it and we randomly watched it. I fucking died laughing at Pitch Perfect. I love Pitch Perfect.
Me and my wife, because we enjoyed the first Pitch Perfect so much, we watched all three of them when they came out, and like obviously I didn't like the second or third one nearly as much as the first. Yeah. But yeah, I mean there are certain movies that you would say are like chick flicks and stuff that like I do enjoy with the wife.
Yeah,
and this is one of them.
It's okay. If it was on, I would probably watch it again, but I wouldn't like go out of my way to rewatch it.
Oh, anytime it's on, I'll watch it because I feel like it's one of those movies that like it doesn't matter really what part I catch it at. I still think it's good. It's got stuff to laugh at.
Yeah.
But yeah, I give it 8.
Oh yeah,
it's a solid 8. Oh, and the another thing I love about this movie is just like I said, it's got so many good people in it that it got me on like certain actors and stuff like that. Like Maya Rudolph, like I started watching more of the SNL clips with her in it, and yeah, because I really enjoyed her. Kristen Wiig was another one. Like I started loving Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig can be really funny. I just did not like her in the Wonder Woman movie.
I just didn't think they wrote her character right.
No, they did not.
I thought she looked great as Cheetah. And I liked her as the doctor and everything. Like I said, I just don't think they used the character. I think the whole movie, honestly, like it looked beautiful. They just didn't. The plot just got out of hand. Like,
yeah, it needed another like passover, a couple more passovers with the script.
I feel like there was like 45 minutes of that movie that could have got cut out. Like just unnecessary shit. Like cool shit to look at, but like it was just like, what the fuck are we doing? And I didn't like.
But yeah, anytime I see Kristen Wiig, I do enjoy her. She can be a little much sometimes, but for the most part, I like her when she's there.
She could do. My thing about it is I think she's real talented because she could do the comedy very easily, and she's also got she's got it in her to do drama. Yeah, and I've seen her
because there's a few drama parts in this movie that were believable,
and it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't feel like she's like stretching it. You know, like I feel like that's a big thing if you could tell somebody just does comedy roles or if they're an actual actor. You know, not that there's anything wrong with it. Adam Sandler is a fantastic comedian and comedic actor, but when he does serious shit, it's kind of not that he can't do it, but you could tell it takes a lot more for him to get there. Oh yeah, to film that kind of shit.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he said like doing Uncut Gems was like really difficult. Like was one of his most challenging roles. So
he said that and Reign Over Me was like, and it is because if you watch Reign Over Me is a sad ass movie, and Don Cheadle is a great actor. He could take it to there easily. Yeah. But yeah, Sandler's like one of those guys. Like I love his comedy so much that like he gets a pass whenever he has to do a serious one. Right. Even though I like Uncut Gems. Some people don't, but I liked it. You know? Yeah. It was something different. You know what I mean? And but yeah, that's all I got to say about Bridesmaids. I thought that was pretty cool.
Did you watch Dune?
I want to, bro.
What do you mean you want
to? It's on the list, dog. I'm going to watch it. I just haven't had the time to sit down and watch a 3-hour movie.
2.5.
Same.
It's not even that long.
I know. But I want to give it the proper attention.
Yeah. And, don't half-ass watch it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And my wife just constantly has me doing shit.
Yeah.
But I will get to it so we can talk about it. I promise. Before the end of the month.
Oh, we finished Squid Game since the last time we did this episode.
That's another one people keep telling me about, and I'm just like, I don't really know if I want to give a shit.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
All I'll say is like the marble scene, like I had to take a break.
The marble scene?
Yeah, there's a scene where they play marbles, and it is fucking heavy. Like we had to like pause it, grab some food, like gather ourselves. That shit was heavy, man. It's really good movie.
Is it like actual like people getting killed or like dying and shit? Like, or is it like just a game show that they're filming or like I don't understand.
See, I was the same way. Like, I thought it was like Ninja Warrior, but for Koreans. Like that's my initial thought of what it was. But no, it's like an actual drama show. But these people are put into this game simulator and you can possibly die in the games.
In like real life? Like I don't get it. Like, is it like they just drop you off like Saw style? You wake up in a fucking box and don't know what's going on? Like,
yeah, kind of.
Right? And there's how many people?
456.
And they all just wake up in this fucking place.
Essentially, yes.
And I'm assuming it's like a huge giant, like human maze type shit.
Kind of. There's like different games you have to play and, beat the game.
And there's no...
I don't want to give away too much.
I mean, I'm never going to watch this shit. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but people that are listening may want to give it a shot.
I'm not telling you to give me the fucking finale. I'm just telling you, give me the premise.
I did.
It's not really.
What more do you want to know?
I just want to know, like, I saw they all have numbers and shit. Like, they're all numbered, I take it. And,
yep.
like,
somebody told me... It's your player number.
Okay, and somebody told me that there's people in the game that aren't in the game. Like, they got these dudes wearing these, like, samurai-looking shits.
Well, they're kind of the make sure everyone's playing fair.
Okay.
They're just the regulators. They're the referees.
Do they live in there with them? Or do they, like, leave and come back? Or, like...
It doesn't really say.
I'm assuming nobody tries to escape this fucking place or nothing during the game?
You're kind of locked in there.
Okay.
So, yeah, you get dropped off in this place... And you have to play these games.
Do you sign up for it, or it's just random? Or
well, it's giving away too much.
Okay, all right, that's fair enough.
So you're dropped off into this place. You have to play these games, and when you lose, you die. So
like actually die.
Like yeah, in the show, not in real life.
So they're not real people. They're simulated people.
It's a show. It's not like a real life show. Like they don't die in real life.
No, I get that. I get that. Okay, I get that aspect. But I'm saying in the show,
they die in real life.
Okay, so it's
in
like
real.
It's like a real
life.
survival type shit.
Yes.
Like okay, I got you. That's all I was wondering.
Right,
like,
but there's a lot of drama that they throw in there.
Right,
like you get really connected to some of these characters.
Right.
And
do you get to know all four? Does it introduce like all 456, or you just see like a bunch of people get whacked at once type shit? Like,
yeah, kind of like that. But there's like probably like half of them you get to know really well.
Yeah,
or like 1/4 of them or something like that.
Yeah, it's probably like 50.
Yeah, you get to know them really well, so you're like going on this journey with them, and you see what their lives are like outside of this game before they got put inside of it.
It cuts back and forth.
Yeah,
like certain groups and shit like that.
And you just they do a really good job at you caring about these characters, and you're like, are they going to make it through this game?
And only one person wins?
Yep.
Damn. What do they win? Like $1 billion or?
Well, that is what they're playing for. Yeah. Each person has a price tag on their head, and when they get killed, that money gets dropped into a piggy bank. So when everyone dies, the piggy bank is full, and whoever the winner is gets all the money.
Do you know how much money they're worth?
Yeah, but it's in Korean. I did the conversion, but I don't remember what it is. It's a few $1 million.
I'm saying is like everybody the same amount?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if like this guy was rich in real life, so like.
Oh no, everyone has the same price tag.
10-4. All right.
It's really good though.
I might give it a watch.
And I appreciate it getting so big because it's.
Does it finish the whole game, or does it leave you on like a cliffhanger?
No, it's a complete story, and people want them to make another one, but the writer was like, I didn't plan on doing more than just one season, so I like that it's a contained story. And I really like that people are appreciating good writing, like good storytelling, but also, foreign films.
You know what was weird is I was looking through Hulu the other day, and you know that they have Parasite under comedy? Like, not even dark comedy, just comedy. I was like,
I saw that too.
That's where that belongs. Like,
there's a few of them like that. If you go through Netflix,
because I was like, it's got some funny shit in it, but like, it's very dark ending. Like,
yeah, I can't remember which one it was, but I think it was comedy as well.
Yeah.
But it was like a movie about racism. I was like, Netflix got jokes.
That's like putting American History X under like, drama. Well, I mean, I guess it should be.
It is a drama, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like put it under fucking, I don't know. Certain, it just caught me off guard because I'm like looking at all this silly shit. And then all of a sudden it was Parasite. I'm like, what? I'm under comedy? What?
I mean, it is pretty funny. Bong Joon-ho has like comedic aspects.
Like I said, it had some funny bits in the movie, but like I just wouldn't have put it into that.
No. It's not a comedic movie, but it is comedy aspects.
It's a serious movie that has funny parts in it.
Yeah.
And I think a good movie can do that. It can be serious, but still have a little lightheartedness and little jokes here and there.
I think that's what makes Bong Joon-ho so like original and great, is he balances the two perfectly.
Yeah, I was going to say, because he does a good job of it in the other one too, the pollution movie. The COVID movie. Yeah, the COVID movie.
The COVID movie.
Yeah.
I re-listened to our episode and we were just like conspiracy theory all over the place about how they predicted COVID
You
in this
did that
movie.
shit. I would have never have put all that together before I started watching that shit. But it's just so weird, the similarities. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it is eerie as fuck. If you
Yeah.
watch The Host, it feels like they wrote this after COVID, about COVID.
Honestly, when I watch The Host, the only thing I feel like that's missing from that movie that could just make it the greatest movie of all time is if Captain Planet showed up at the end to beat that fucking monster to death. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. It's an environmental movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, look what we're doing.
About pollution, yeah.
Right. So if Captain Planet just pops up to save the fucking day, that last 5 minutes sets up a whole fucking thing.
I would have lost my mind.
I would have been like, take all my fucking money. Yeah. If they do a Captain Planet movie, would you see it?
I don't know. It'd have to be done by the right person. You know, they did have Don Cheadle was going to be Black Captain America.
You mean?
Captain Planet.
Yeah, Captain Planet. Nah, he did that whole Funny or Die.
Was it a Funny or Die?
Yeah, it was.
I forgot, but I just kept seeing Don Cheadle in fucking the makeup, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
It was like a whole bit, dude. It's like he's got like almost a whole movie's worth of that shit he did for Funny or Die. It's really just about Captain Planet being an asshole.
Oh, really?
Like, not really saving the day.
Oh, okay.
Like, just fucking shit up.
I just remember seeing that meme everywhere. I was like, "Did Don Cheadle try to do?"
No.
Captain Planet?
Yeah, it's like a bit.
Oh, okay.
You gotta watch it. It's pretty funny. I think it could be badass, man. And like it sends a good message at the end of the day. Like
get Zack Snyder in this. Like make a really dark Captain Planet movie. Like I don't want to be Marvel shiny comedy. I want to see like a dark, gritty.
You kind of have to be campy and light with it because it's fucking Captain Planet. Dude.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's what you expect.
Yeah,
I would like to see
Captain Planet. I'm here to save the fucking planet. Captain Planet. Swear to me. Nah, and then like you get some young, like younger people that are like, bring in the faces, bring in like it could be a good franchise,
I think it could.
You imagine watching the kids use the fucking power rings, fucking fire, and just shoots this huge tunnel of fire out of the fucking ring. That'd be cool as shit, man. Wind, all that.
Oh yeah, if you did it right.
Yeah, like I get maybe not Zack Snyder, but somebody that's great with action movies.
Yeah,
like,
I know. I was being facetious,
but yeah, Michael Bay. I know. I know
he can't do characters.
I know you would have shit on it, but like Michael Bay can bring that shit to life, though.
If you had like him team up with somebody that's really good at like character development, like it would be way too atmospheric for Danae, but he does really good character development.
I heard so many people are pissed that they're talking about rebooting Ninja Turtles again.
Yes.
And they're letting Michael Bay get it again.
Oh my God. Why? Why are you giving it to Michael Bay? I didn't watch them because I don't care. They don't look like Ninja Turtles.
They ain't gonna lie. They're straight cheese, bro. Yeah. They are straight cheese, but I like them. I took Brody to see them. So
if I had kids, I'd probably watch all that. But
I own them both on Blu-ray. But I have I have the not ones from the 90s on Blu-ray too.
Yes.
But
I need to get the first two.
3.
Third one doesn't matter.
You better stop, bro. The samurai one is awesome.
It's not.
Dude.
It's awful.
Awesome.
It's god awful.
I tried watching Revenge or the Ooze the other day.
Oh, it's amazing.
Some of it. But you know what I didn't like is like I didn't even realize it until I watched it as an adult. They're not allowed to use their weapons in the second one.
Yeah, that is true because the first one was too quote unquote violent. So they took the only one was Leonardo, right?
He's not allowed to pull his swords out at all.
Yeah, that's
Donatello was the only one.
Donatello was a stick, right?
He has a stick. Yeah. Wrath couldn't use his size. Mikey wasn't using his nunchucks. Maybe he did. I don't remember.
No, if he did, it was very brief.
Right.
But yeah, that's why they did that because people were complaining about it being too violent, so they didn't let them use their.
Are you shitting me? Like, are you kidding me? Like those movies are like PG.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I just remember that I didn't like that about the second one because there was a lot of cool fight scenes that I'm just like, this would have been a lot better if he would have nunchucked Razor.
Yeah, but the costume design was amazing.
Yeah, it still holds up. I feel
the two ooze of the monsters were so cool. I just remember the wolf. Like I wanted him. Like
I had him and the turtle. I forgot the turtle now, but I don't have Razor or whatever.
Oh, I see.
But I got the I forget what the turtle was called.
But I do really enjoy the first one. I thought it was perfect.
Oh, the first one's great.
It's a masterpiece almost.
Casey Jones, man, I love that one. Yeah, the new ones,
You just need to capture that again. Whatever that was that the first one did, if he can recapture that.
I still love the original animated series. I have like the first like 5 seasons of it on DVD.
No,
that's
10. One that I would go. I even played the video games like the NES, where you go like in the thing.
Yep. That's the
I
first
played that
one.
A lot.
I have the arcade one.
Oh, I see.
The one that they have at Family Fun Center.
Mm-hmm.
I have that one at the house. It's still hard as shit. Like,
oh yeah.
If me and you played it together, we'd probably get a lot farther in it. But like me by myself, I can only get to like level 2.
Yeah.
It's
crazy how hard those games were back in the day. Oh my god, like that Batman game.
Oh man,
so fucking hard. Contra,
dude. Anything I tell people all the time: if you can beat any game on NES, Super Nintendo, 64, shit like that, like, nah, not in 64 because I beat a bunch.
64
of games
is
64.
Where they started getting a lot easier.
Right.
But those platformers,
right? But if you beat anything on Sega, Genesis, anything on NES, anything on Super Nintendo, you got fucking skills because
play the original Super Mario Brothers all the way through.
Yeah, that is hard as shit. Super Mario Brothers 3 without whistles. Show me that. If you have Super Mario Brothers 2, which I'm one of the few people that probably have that console or have that game, it's hard as shit. Hard too. It's hard as shit, dude.
It's a different animal though, because it was supposed to be a different game.
Right? They just different sprited it or whatever.
They just Mario'd it.
You've seen that Nintendo video too. I love that guy. He's great.
He is.
He's been doing that for a while too. I wanted to show you.
Do you want to do that on the podcast? I want to see what you got. I'm curious.
I am. I want to do it on the podcast, but I also want to make a TikTok.
We can make a TikTok. Follow Nick War with Cinema TikTok because Greg doesn't update it.
That's fine.
You can follow Greg Durance 1 if you want to watch me lift heavy ass weight.
When I send it, I always put you in it too.
Yeah.
I tag you too.
What is this guy? Fitness channel? Yes.
My dad called.
Trying to lift 405.
Do you want to end the episode and then we can do the TikTok?
I want to hear what you got and so you're like ready to go.
4.
I see a steelbook in there.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you how much I paid for it? Because I know you get upset because of how much you pay for steelbooks.
Yeah, but I buy, I don't know, 5. No, you wouldn't pay that. $3.
Close. $2. $2. Got Game of Shadows.
Oh, nice.
Sherlock
I actually
Holmes
really
2.
like that.
I have it on Blu-ray already. I didn't tell my wife
steelbook's hard.
Should have been peace. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? That's why I got it. It's got Jude Law in the back.
Nice. I like that.
This movie, I don't know what it is, but I saw the cover and I read the little thing on it and I had to get it. I might give it to you to watch after I watch it. It's called Wise Guys, which drew me in. Danny DeVito and Joe Piscopo.
No. Oh. I just saw Joe.
I didn't know who that was. What kind of guys gamble with the boss's money, swipe a killer's Cadillac, and party on the mob's credit card?
That does sound like a movie you would watch.
And it's an older movie, too. It's like...
Well, yeah, it has Danny DeVito in it.
But, like, they fucked that Cadillac up. Look at that shit.
Damn.
It definitely looks like a good one. But anyways, this is just a nostalgic love of mine. Remember we were talking about that not too long ago?
That's my favorite Jackie Chan non-American.
Not Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And then this...
Drunken Master is what it was.
Shout out to my boy Retro Sega. He shows... sometimes trailers from movies when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I had never heard of this fucking movie, but the dude's from Highlander, Christopher Lambert.
Yeah.
It's called Fortress. And I didn't even know they made a sequel to it. It looks like straight 80s, cheese. Early 90s cheese,
yes, bro. I was going to say that just looks like straight cheese.
But they were both there. And I didn't even know they made a sequel. But supposedly he breaks out from this one, right?
Yeah.
And then somehow gets captured again. And this one, he's in space.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
So we may take that dive one day. If I think the first one's just that bad, I might have you watch it.
I'll go on that journey with you.
Because I'm going to be honest, I've never liked this guy in anything other than Ghostbusters 2 and Highlander. Yeah.
Supposedly, I was reading something online. Isn't he like a shitty person now? Like, he's like an asshole?
Oh, I don't know. Probably. Look at that face. He looks like he's spitting it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I read something online where he's like, I don't want to speak out of turn. Like, he's probably a super nice guy, but I just remember coming across something where he's like kind of a shitty person.
Shit, he looks like old boy from Ghostbusters 2 in that one.
Yeah.
He's got fat face in that one. Looks like a Viking. But yeah, I saw he had the trailer for the first one, but they were sitting right next to each other. And I was like, for $1, bro, you gotta get those.
Those are my favorites.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna put those. I'm gonna do a TikTok for those.
Oh yeah. So Heat next week.
The Heat. Yeah, don't look up Heat because it's also a badass movie, but it's not a comedy by any means.
I forgot the Heat. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a little thing because like when you look at,
I didn't even think about that. Yeah. You're perfectly.
Obviously, you knew we weren't doing Heat, which I don't care. Anytime we could do a fucking episode about Heat.
We probably will in 2022.
I fucking love that movie.
Me too.
But we'll probably have Mick on for that one. Mick loves Heat.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, for real, though.
I made the wife watch it, and she really liked it.
It's just
surprising.
Great heist movie, dude.
Yeah. But next week, The Heat.
The Heat.
Later.